What's up everyone, welcome back or welcome to it. Today I'm just jumping into a quick little video for you guys, showing you guys my setup for 2023. This is my little home office studio I've been working on for the past few years and where I do all my work for video and photo. All my YouTube content and Instagram content has all been filmed behind me right here and edited as well. So if you guys are keen to see that, stick around. So first on the list is the Matrix Executive Sit Stand Desk at 1500mm wide. This desk is so comfortable and has boosted my productivity a lot. On this desk I have the oak top with the white bottom. It's all fully electric, has the controls on the right hand side, and has just been a huge upgrade from the $60 flat pack desk that I used to have. Next up is the gaming chair. I have the Artist black and white gaming chair. It's super comfortable as well. It helps you a lot when you're sitting down for long periods because it has the cushions on the back that help you sit up straight. This gaming chair was on the budget side and I'm super happy I brought it when I did. I got it for around 150 bucks here in Australia. Super cheap for what it is, and it's no different compared to any other gaming chair. Next up is the two monitor stands. Here on the left side I've got a $15 eBay monitor stand. It's got two drawers in it. I use this to keep all my essential items. I've got hard drives in here. I've got a lighter, I've got a remote for lighting, and I've got a couple of cables that I use as well. This thing used to be white, but I ended up painting it black to match the setup. And alongside of this, I've also got a $15 Kmart monitor stand that I put together. One day I was playing around with the setup and realized these two are both the exact same height. So I ended up putting those two together to save a couple $100 on one of the longer monitor stands with the drawers in them that you see. Underneath this one here, I have my headphones down one side, and I have a wireless charging pad for my phone underneath that. So for the laptop, I'm running a MacBook Pro 2019 16-inch model. This is the i7 model with the 16GB of RAM and a 512GB hard drive. It edits like a dream. I run all my editing in 4K on this. I recently moved over to Final Cut Pro last year, so editing on this thing has been a dream. I have this sitting up on the A-Logic laptop stand on the desk shelf just to elevate the laptop to your eye level and make the most out of the space. Next up is speakers. So for my main speakers, I use the Logitech 100-watt speakers with the subwoofer. On the right hand side of the monitor stand, I'm running an Apple HomePod Mini in white. Makes using Siri so convenient here in the office and allows me to use Siri shortcuts, which I use to control my lighting here in the room. So next up is the office space. The two back walls I painted about a year ago when I had COVID, just to go along with the theme of the setup. I've always wanted darker walls in here, and I had those yucky creamy color walls last year. Ended up changing it up, and I'm super happy I did. So along the back wall that the desk is against, I have three cheap frames. These were about $4 each, with custom A3 prints to go in them that I printed myself. This is a super cool look and aesthetic look as well, so I'm super happy I went with it as well. Next up is the monitor. I'm not quite sure on the exact model of this monitor, but I know it's just a basic budget Acer 28-inch monitor. It has really good color for the price and a good resolution for all types of work. Can't go wrong. Next up is the keyboard and mouse. I have the Logitech K380. It's a budget multi-device keyboard that allows connections up to 3 devices. It connects seamlessly with no latency, which is the best thing about it. For the mouse, this mouse is well over 5 years old. It's the Logitech MX Master 2S. I'm still so in love with this mouse. It's good for people like me with huge hands, and is nice and comfortable with lots of customizable buttons, charges via USB, and lasts a few months per charge. Underneath this, I've recently just picked up the Logitech desk mat in grey. It stays in place, it's got grip all on the bottom, it's just like a nice big mouse pad to protect the desk, and it has a water resistant material as well, and it's just super comfortable rather than having your hands on the hardwood desk. Next up is lighting. The first light up here on the back wall along the top, it's a $20 light bar I've double side taped to the wall. It's just a USB cable I've hidden down through these vines, controlled with the remote, RGB. You can make it flash and all that fancy stuff, but I don't use that. Down next to these, I have these cheap gaming lights up on the wall. There's 6 of them and they're all touch controlled. You can touch them, change the colors, You can make them fade between colors. It also comes with a remote as well. They're cheap and you can arrange them however you want, just with double-side tape to the wall. Underneath this, once again, I've got a little light box under here. I've got my Instagram tag on there. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me down below. It'll be in the description. It's all battery powered as well, and you've only got to change them every couple of months, so that's really good as well. By far, one of my favorite parts of the setup is this Mirabella desk lamp. I picked this up for about 20 bucks a couple of months ago, and I picked up a vintage globe for it as well. It's a nice big globe that gives off a warm orange look. Next is this $9 monitor light from Kmart on the top of the monitor. It's all powered by USB and it was very, very cheap as well. Can't believe I found it there for that cheap, considering that others that do the same thing can be hundreds of dollars even, and it's something I wish I got a lot earlier. Next up is things I put here for decoration and just for the aesthetic of the setup. I have a Kmart wax melt, nice and cheap, and only got to buy candles every so often. It keeps your office smelling good while you're working. Next up are all these artificial vines. I've got blue tack to the wall that just green up the setup. These are about $5 each. I've just got 2 or 3 around the setup. These ones over here in the corner, they also hide a bunch of cords as well, so that's a good thing. Down on the desk, I've also got 3 artificial plants. I've got this big one I paid about 10 bucks for. They're super good because you don't need to water them or worry about any of that stuff. They green up the setup and you don't have to worry about them pretty much. And these 2 along here, I only paid 2 or 3 bucks each for. They are just nice little space fillers. And down here, I had to invest in a marble coaster just for my coffee addiction. Gonna end off the video just with the cable management. So underneath the standing desk, I had to get a cable tray and put a 6-way power board in it. This keeps everything plugged in and has all the individual switches as well, so I'm always unplugging and plugging things in. The last thing you want on a standing desk is all the cables getting tangled up and caught as it's going up and down. All the wall lighting, that's all USB, is daisy chained off each other into this USB dock that plugs straight into the A-Logic USB-C dock that I run with the MacBook Pro. Plugs straight into the Mac, has a card reader, has HDMI for the monitor. Nice and simple. It's really good only having to plug in the one dock to the USB-C ports on the MacBook, and it pretty much has the whole setup powered. Then over on the other side there on the cable is the aux cable for the speakers and the headphones. And I think that's about all there is to it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Gives you guys a bit of a rundown on my setup for 2023. It's always changing around, so I'll be sure to make another one of these videos in the future. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below what you thought of it. Leave a like while you're down there. Subscribe as well, turn on post notifications for YouTube videos every Friday. Follow me on Instagram down in the description below as well while you're down there, and I'll see you in the next video.